Hey guys, today I'm going to review a gadget that I use every day, especially when I'm commuting. The reason I'm doing it because I'm actually decided to plan a series of book reviews, and I just want to show something that I'm very fond of, and it's something that I use daily to read books. So this is a cover. This is actually a Kindle cover that I bought for cheap on Amazon, and obviously it doesn't really fit my e-reader, as you can see. Anyway, I'm going to open it and I'm going to take the e-reader out, and yes, it's purple or pink, whatever, but I kind of like the color anyway. So this is a Sony e-reader, and is a touchscreen one. And before I even start this review, commentary, whatever it is, I just want to mention that before buying these particular things, I have never ever thought that I would use an e-reader, because I liked books and I like the feel of turning pages and the feel of having a hard copy of a book. However, these things has really revolutionized my way of reading, and nowadays I wouldn't really go back to normal books. So one thing that you might notice, hopefully the camera is not that bad, is that this thing has this new e-ink technology, and it really looks like a page on a book. And if you're gonna see that this is very small, like this is my hand, and it's got a pen here, it's got the charger here and the reset button, it's got the switch on and off button here. So you switch it on like this, and then we're gonna go to the options. This is your books, and interestingly, you have many options to sort your books. So as I said, is a touch, so I can touch here, for example, in collections, and it's going to show all the collections I have. So for example, if I want to see I don't know, all the books of Jean Butcher, I just press on that, and I have all of them, which I would like to review them because they're amazing. And then if I want to go back, just press here, and I'm going back to the first page. Now it's got, this is the home page. It's got applications, which I haven't anything installed. It's got settings. You can go to settings, and there's many things you can change. If you go back and you start reading a book, here, this is a PDF, reads very well, and you can change many things, whether you want a vertical or horizontal, that you can change. And for example, you can change the font. As you can see, there's only 6 different fonts, like this is the small, for example, which you see changes significantly. And it really depends, like, that's extra large, which I guess is going to be horrible. It really depends what kind of I like normally the medium size as the fonts, but it really depends what kind of format you're starting with, because obviously PDF are a little bit more troublesome to display on this kind of screen. Also, this is a very small device. It's got a small screen. So the amount of text you can actually fit, it's not that much, but I think it does a more than decent job in displaying the text properly. And I had used a Kindle before, and it didn't do such a good job. So you can turn pages by pressing a button, and it's very fast, as you can see, or you can turn pages by swiping. and that's fast too. Now we're gonna close this, and a couple of words about the reader itself. So in terms of experience, first of all, the touch screen is an advantage. Would you want something with a touch screen? To be honest, though I find it comfortable, it's not like having an iPad. It's not that type of touch screen. And you have a little pen here. Let me get it out. See, and this kind of helps. But seriously, I wouldn't buy an e-reader for a touch screen or with a touch screen. The reason is because the touch screen actually consumes a lot more energy than an e-reader without a touch screen. So honestly, I don't think it's a worthy feature. Now, I still would suggest anybody to buy a Sony e-reader over a Kindle, and there's some reasons for it. The biggest reason is that it can display and use a wider array of formats. I'm going to put in the description of the video some of the formats that I've used in the past, and they work. And in particular, most of the ebooks I have are in PDF formats, and this book does really an excellent job. This e-reader does really an excellent job in displaying them correctly. The Kindle, not so much, at least in my personal experience. Yes, the Kindle is cheaper, but this feature kills it for me, because there's many sources that you can buy your books from, and they really much cheaper than the Kindle Amazon store. For example, the one thing that really puzzles me is if you go to Amazon and you want to buy a paperback, you don't have to pay VAT in the UK, but if you buy from the Kindle store, then you have to pay VAT on the ebook. And that means that most of the time it's actually not any cheaper, or not significantly cheaper than the paperback version. If you use something like the Sony Reader, then on the other hand, you can find, you can explore many retailers. Maybe you'll have to pay VAT anyway, but there will be discounts. You'll have more choice of retailers, from which to buy your book. And ultimately, I think that this is the key word here. You have more choice, you have more freedom. So this device really works very well. The only negative side of this is the touch screen, not because I don't like using it, but because it makes it so that I have to charge it more frequently. If I'd have to go back in time, I would think I would rather buy a version of the Sony that's not touch screen, and I would buy a bigger one, because even though this is portable, I think a bigger one with a bigger display would help reading. Other than that, I wouldn't go back to a traditional paperback books, because this has really changed my life, in terms of reading. I can store thousands of books, and I don't need any physical space for any of them. And when I was in the UK a few years ago, I had to move back to my own country, and I had to give away all my old books and stuff that I had with me, because it was cheaper to buy them new than to pay for the cost of transportation. And if you're using the tube, or if you're commuting a lot, this is better than any paperback, any hard copy book, because it remembers exactly which page you left you're reading from, and it occupies a significantly small space. So you can keep it in your pocket, you can keep it in your backpack. It's really useful. So guys, get one of those, and I hope I will move soon doing some reviews of some of my favorite novels, or maybe not so favorite novels, some crappy one as well, who knows. If you like what if you like to follow me, please subscribe. Makes my life easier, makes me also more motivated in continuing and producing videos. And leave comments. Tell me about your experience with the e-reader, if you prefer e-reader or hard copy books. And have a nice day.